morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't do mornings. It's afternoon here. So today we're going to do something controversial. It's going to be a pasty versus pasty video, but I've snuck out of Cornwall and we're going to cross the border to Devon. Although Cornish pasties originated in Cornwall, Devon apparently make Cornish pasties, but they're called Devon pasties, but they're following traditional cooking methods. So it's pasty versus pasty, episode 3, Devon edition. Whoa! Let's see how they match up, shall we? So now it's not only pasty versus pasty, it's Cornwall versus Devon. See? Controversial. Anyway, let's go. Well, we've done it. We crossed the border. We're in Devon. So we're at Country Cottage Bakery and we're just going to go in, grab a couple of pasties and taste them and review them. So it's not only pasty versus pasty now, it's Cornwall versus Devon. Ah. Hello. Come to pick up these pasties.
One traditional.
Lovely.
And one cheap and bacon curry.
That's perfect.
They're cold, is that okay?
That's alright, we can warm them up back at our secret base.
I've got hot ones.
If you've got exactly the same thing, I'll swap them out for hot ones, that'd be perfect. Everything looks fantastic in here. Look, they've got a plate pasty down there, the size of that. I could do that as a challenge. Look, and the iced Chelsea buns, favourites. Lovely. Thank you very much.
Alright.
Alright, here we go, which I always like. Look at that. Okay, and they're really nice and warm, so let's get back and taste and review these. Thank you very much. So, we're still in Devon. I'm at Panniers Pantry. I don't think I'm going to get run over today, or I might do. It's always a risk that I take. So, we've got our pasties, and we're just going to head back to the secret base and eat them. We have 2 pasties, so straight away I can see a difference. They don't have the Cornish handle, so I'll bring it to the camera to show you. But these ones are from Country Cottage Bakery. So we went to Westward-Ho originally because I found a pasty shack. And I'm very fond of supporting small local businesses, and I wanted to try one from a pasty shack. So he has a shack on the beach in Westward-Ho. But sadly, because of the season, he'd shut down, so he's not open till next summer. But I will visit again because I love food trucks, you know, small shack businesses, roadside truckers, cafes and stuff like that. So we'll be doing a lot of visiting from them. But so I'm going to include a bit of the lovely sea that was recorded by hairyfoodyguy, just because it's beautiful there. So that'll be in there. I don't know where, it'll be on the video somewhere. I might have already played it. I might just be explaining why the sea's there. I love the sea anyway, born on an island. So this place had their own bags, and I always a fan of that. So this place was Country Cottage Bakery. They were very nice, and they were in Bideford. So we've got, I'll come in for a close-up. We've got a steak and Stilton, not a steak and Stilton, a traditional steak, that's a medium there. Get a better bit of light on it. Look at that, that's better. And this apparently is a curried vegetable pasty. So it'll be a vegetarian one. So I don't think it's vegan, I think it's just vegetarian. So correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But I've got a brain like Dory, so I can't remember all these details. So, but we're gonna taste test them. I'm gonna get into the traditional steak, and we'll do the curried one, the vegetable one together, because hairyfoodyguy does not eat meat. So she ain't no carnivore. So you're starving, aren't you?
I am starving.
Okay, so breaking with tradition and to be polite, I'm going to start with the vegetable one because hairyfoodyguy is starving. So normally I'd start with a steak, but we're breaking all the rules in this one because we're not even eating pasties from Cornwall. These are from Devon. So let's have a look. Oh, it's piping hot. Gratuitous close up. This is the curried veg one. And if you've watched the other episodes, you would have noticed. There you go. I'll pass it to Foodie Girl. So you will have noticed that Foodie Girl wasn't so. There you go. There's a fork. Do you need a knife?
No, I prefer to eat with my fingers. Actually.
Oh, there you go. She prefers to eat with her fingers, so I guess I better join in. I don't know why I went all posh then, and I don't even know why I've got a fork. Who eats a pasty with a fork? So I'll pick that up later. So anyway, so about. Oh,
It smells really good.
it doesn't it? So yeah, it's got a really, really lovely curry smell to it. I'm going to go in with the crispy bit first.
That is amazing. It's really, really good.
Did you hear that? Excuse the whirring sound. We've got the other pasties heating up in the oven just so that everything can be equally reviewed, so it's nice and hot. It is amazing.
This is what a proper curry pasty tastes like.
Yeah. Okay, so far, the veggie pasties are on top. So Devon instantly has better veggie pasties so far. I mean, there's so many bakeries, so many potential episodes of pasty versus pasty. I think I might actually get fed up with pasties. I haven't yet. So I've lived in the West Country for 35 years. So, I don't think I'll live for another 35 years. I might do, Maybe if I stop eating pasties. Never. As per usual, you can tell how nice something is because I've eaten half of it and yet I've got another 3 pasties to try. So I'm forcibly putting that down. It's a flaky pastry, perfect crunch, nice chunky vegetables, not soggy, fresh vegetables. You can taste it, perfectly seasoned. I'd go back to this. And there's not just, I think there's at least 3 shops that we know of in Devon. So I'll give them that to you so that, we found there was one in Westward-Ho, but they didn't have they'd sold out of pasties by 2:30. I think we got there a bit later than that. So they completely sold out. And that's either like really like, you know, it's either like they're really amazing or they just didn't cook enough. But like selling out my toothpaste is pretty good. So they sent us across to Bideford, so we ended up there. So 22 Mill Street, Bideford. But there's at least 3 of these, so they're all owned by the same people. So that's a win for me straight away. We've got more pasties from another company to try as well. So I'm going to slice in. So this is a traditional steak. Solid. Didn't make one of those farting sounds where there's not enough filling and there's air trapped in the top, you know. So none of that. Oh wow, this is solid, man. Ooh, okay. I think you foodies are gonna like this. Check that out. Let me get back in the light there. You're not carnivore, but you can see that's packed. Right. So if that was made with like a soya meat, would you eat that?
I'd definitely try it, yeah.
Okay. Ooh.
I'm going to check the oven for the other pasties.
Okay, go for it. I'm just gonna sit here and admire these for a minute. There's no handle, so you know the traditionalists, like traditional Cornish pasties should have a handle. There's a slight one there, but it means you get more filling. You know, you get more filling. So
they're cooked.
Okay, they're cooked. I hope you can remember which one's which. Oh, the vegetable one was the one with the handle, wasn't it? Right, so I'm going to get in this one. This is a traditional, like medium traditional pasty with steak. Yeah, just leave them up there. That's it. I'll grab them in a sec. It's delicious. Absolutely delicious. The pastry is really thin. The chunks of vegetables are really chunky. The seasoning is lovely. It's not overpowering, so you can taste everything. So the only thing I would say compared to the review yesterday, let me just try and see what I'm getting here, because it might be one of those things where the meat's buried. So the meat is just slightly smaller than the review from yesterday. So only slightly, but as a personal preference, I like a big chunk of steak in there. So it's tasty, but it kind of blends more with the veg, rather than you getting like a big lump of steak in your face, like a big lump of treasure. Like you're treasure hunting for steak. But I can't fault it at all, actually, apart from that one minor thing. You know, the meat, there's plenty of meat in it, but it's just smaller pieces than the ones we tried the other day in episode 2. The pastry is just divine. This baker knows their pastry. It's really good on both the pasties. So another flaky one. I'm eating too much of it. I am enjoying this one. It's great. Okay. So I'll leave that there. That's phenomenal. So let me just quickly clean up the board and just give the knife a wipe off, so I'm not cutting a veg pasty with a meat contaminated knife. I'll be back after this short interlude. Okay, just talk amongst yourselves for a second. There's none of this posh editing or anything on this channel. It's literally recorded with a mobile phone and a light. That's it. It's like, you know, I'm even drying a knife on my jeans. So I will go a bit posh and get a tea towel, bit of kitchen roll, just to finish off there. Right, okay. So I'm going to do my eating off the board. Right, so this one didn't have a bag. What were they called?
The first ones were
Country Cottages.
Country. Hang on, 1 second.
This is why you need
Country Cottage Bakery.
Yeah, we've just done them.
And the second one was called Panniers Pantry.
Aha! So these two I'm just about to present. They're pretty hot, so I'm not sure whether we're going to taste them yet. We might have to pause it. So this one looks pretty good. It's got a nice handle on it. It's very, very hot. It's just come out of the oven. That's a vegetable curry one. And this one had a V written on the bag, so there might be of some confusion because we wanted a normal steak one. So until I cut into it, I'm not going to know. So let me just have the name again.
Panniers Pantry at the Custom House.
Yeah, so there you go. Panniers Pantry at the Custom House in Bideford. So they look phenomenal. So let's go with the just close up. I'll get down in the light. Look at that. So this one is a curried veg, and this one had a V written on the bag. So there might have been a bit of confusion there, but I'll know when we cut into it. We're gonna review them and get into them anyway. So let's cut into these. I think what I should do is cut into both of them at the same time to let some of that heat out. Feels like I need a bread knife. It's a nice big chunky handle. God, look at the steam coming out of that. So generous fillings. The pastry looks really good. So yeah, that's the curry one. Right, and let's cut into this and see whether we've got a vegetarian one or a meat one. Doesn't matter. We'll eat them anyway, and we'll still review them honestly. This is the curry one. So this is the curry one. It's the curried veg. So that's all right. So we haven't got, this is going to be a weird one then, because we haven't got, they both look vegetarian. So I think there's a bit of confusion, but it doesn't matter. So, because we got in there late in the day, they were also another one that had sold out of lots of stuff. So they're obviously doing really well, popular. So I'll put that in there. So okay, so this is a curried vegetable. Do you have a preference?
Whichever bit smaller.
Whichever bit smaller. I'm OCD, so I pretty much there. Yeah, this one's, I don't know. There you go. I was going to say that if you weighed them, I bet you any money they'd be on the dot. So I'm just going to pass it to. There you go.
Thank you.
Right.
Can we try the curried one first?
I knew you'd say that, but we might need to. They're pretty hot. Oh, they smell very similar. Oh look, I've got a little bit left. Have you? Did you eat it all?
Did, yeah. So good.
That's how good and how hungry. Yeah, you can sniff my pasty if you want to compare. This is one from Country Cottage to compare the.
Okay.
Just the sniff test. The Country Cottage one smells slightly more seasoned than
on appearance.
the Panniers one.
Country House ones actually look more moist as well.
Country house.
Yeah.
Was that country cottage?
Yeah.
Hey, see, we're all getting confused here. So so you think the country cottage one's a little moister. This Pannier one is packed. So I'm just gonna get in. Try not to scold myself. It's yummy. The pastry's good. A nice crunch to it. It's not too dense, so you're getting the flavours.
It's nice. It's a bit minty.
Yeah, there is a bit of mint in there.
Yep.
I'm not personally a fan of mint, unless it's in my Pimm's. So, purely from my own personal thing, I prefer the seasoning in the country cottage one. This is really good though. You know.
Which is really good. It's a different sort of curry.
Yeah. It's still curry. There's a nice hint of spice to it. It's fantastic. But for my personal palate, I think this country cottage one here just gets me. This one's prettier than this one. This was just a flat, you know. But I don't know, there's just something about the spice mix that they're using in this one. Yeah. That really tickles my taste buds. So I like that. So it narrowly pips this one, but not by much. Like you know, I would eat from both of the bakeries again. So far the curried one, my favourite is Country Cottage. And what about you?
Yes, I do like this one.
Yay.
I think this is what you would expect from a vegan or vegetarian curry pasty. So from that point of view, it's really good. However, I do prefer the flavours in the other one.
Yep, no disrespect to either bakery. This is all our personal opinion. I think everything that we're eating is fantastic. So I give a 2 thumbs up to both Country Cottage and Pannier. Or Pannier, actually. So Pannier is something completely different. It's spelled Pannier, so it's Pannier. So both in Bideford. And now we're going to get in and try the traditional veg pasty, which does have a handle. So you can really smell the veg. Like there's even sweet corn in this, which is good because it gets boring if it's just potato, turnip and carrot. So you need to mix it up a little bit. So that's good. For a veg pasty, this ain't bad. It's still seasoned nicely. It's got peas in it as well, which is nice.
I'm not overly keen on this one.
Okay.
It's a bit bland for me, my taste.
Okay.
It is a basic vegetarian pasty.
Yeah.
It's a good stomach filler. Nothing wrong with it, but just not. I wouldn't buy it again.
Okay. That's cool. Remember, this is just our personal opinion, and that's what it's all about, and we're very honest, but also want to be respectful to all the businesses that we review. So I don't mind this at all. It is a good stomach filler. There's a generous, it's really packed. There's a generous amount of veg in there.
Definitely, it's bulging with filling.
Yeah. And I like the fact that it's got peas and sweet corn in there. So, what we'll do, this is a difficult one to judge. So, because we ended up with a veg pasty instead of a steak and stilton one, so maybe we need to go back and visit Panniers and get a steak and give them another review, to be fair. But for me, personally, purely on the curried veg pasty alone, Country Cottage pips this one. So that's that one. So both bakeries, massively high quality, really good variety of stuff. I'll tell you what, I want to go back to Panniers anyway, because they do hominy pie.
Wow, we love a good hominy pie.
So it's a win-win for both, but literally we have to have a winner, because that's the nature of these episodes. So the winner, just because I preferred the curry flavouring in the curried veg pasty, is Country Cottages today. Both bakeries are really high standard. Are your thoughts the same?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, so anything to add differently to that?
No, that was the first one that we tried, was definitely the best.
Yeah, literally that first mouthful.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really impressed. So, but both businesses, keep up the good work. You're both amazing. The staff were really accommodating and friendly, and they got a really good selection of stuff. But I will add, if you want to get in, these guys sell out quick, you know. So if you want to get in, and they've all got a really big selection of stuff. So if you want to get in before 2 o'clock, because a lot of their stuff is just gone. So this has been a real successful episode. It was fun to do Devon pasties, you know, versus the Cornish pasties. I still think Cornwall's in the lead. Sorry, Devon, but these were fantastic. What go on?
I totally disagree.
Oh, okay, yeah, but we've got a carnivore versus a okay. So let's change things around a little bit. Sorry, I'm waffling, but you know I waffle in every video. So Devon are leading the stakes in the vegetarian pasties. Cornwall are leading the stakes in the steak pasties. Is that a fair comment?
I can't have an opinion on that because I don't eat meat.
Yeah, I know, but we both agreed that that was the best vegetarian one. So far,
yeah.
Devon's beating Cornwall with the vegetable stuff, and Cornwall's beating Devon with the carnivorous meaty ones. So, but all the pasties are amazing. So, thank you very much for watching. This has been another episode of Pasty versus Pasty, the controversial Devon edition. So, and please drop a like on the video. My goal is 10 gazillion likes, please, and to subscribe to the videos. This is something I found out the other day because I'm new to YouTube, but not new to filming. I found out that if your subscription list is set to private, we don't get a subscription. So you could click the subscribe button, but if you haven't set your subscription list to public, we don't get the sub, which is really weird. Which is how we've lost like a couple of hundred subs in this week, which has been strange. So, but that's how you do it. So give us a like, give us a sub, set your subscription list to public so that people can see who you're liking, and click the little bell icon and you'll get notifications when we do new episodes and going live and all that other stuff. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening, morning, day, whatever you're doing. Much love to all of you. This is Hairy Foodie Guy and Hairy Foodie Girl saying bye-bye. She's waving. Gotta say goodbye.
Goodbye.